We've all heard it. Men only want one thing. It gets tossed around as a joke or whispered between friends. And for a lot of people, it's a real fear in relationships. But what if it's not just wrong? What if it's a massive oversimplification? You can be attentive and devoted and give your partner everything you think he wants, yet still feel a distance you can't quite put your finger on. That's often because many men have powerful emotional needs that are rarely talked about. Research increasingly suggests that while the stereotype of men being driven by only the physical desire is present, many men value emotional intimacy just as much, if not more, than physical intimacy. The difference is they're often socialized to express it in different ways. So, what's really going on beyond the surface? We are going to explore 3 powerful emotional needs that, when met, help create an unshakable bond. One of the most foundational needs for most men is admiration. Now, this isn't about putting him on a pedestal or never disagreeing with him. It's about admiring his mind, his capabilities, and his decisions. Men are often socialized to be problem solvers, and a part of their identity can be tied to feeling competent and valued. So when he feels like his partner dismisses his ambitions, doesn't trust his judgment, or questions his competence, it can be like a fundamental rejection of who he is. Recent relationship research shows that for many men, feeling emotionally connected and accepted by their partner is as central to sex and intimacy as physical pleasure. When that primary source of acceptance becomes a source of criticism, they often withdraw. Showing admiration can be simpler than you think. It's actively listening to his opinion, even when you disagree. It's admiring his effort, not just the results. It's about trusting him to handle things without micromanaging. When a man feels genuinely admired, he feels safe. And that's often when he can truly open up and connect on a much deeper level. The second need is just as primal, but it's often misunderstood. Men have a profound need to feel desired. And no, this is not just a call for more sex. This goes way deeper. The desire here isn't just the physical. It's the feeling of being actively chosen. Think about it. In a world of endless options, a man wants to know that his partner chooses him, not just puts up with him or stays out of convenience. Many men report that an emotional connection is what gives physical intimacy its meaning. They want to feel wanted for who they are, their humor, their strength, not just as a means to an end. It's the flirtatious text or the appreciative glance from across the room or even a spontaneous hug. These small acts of initiation and appreciation signal that you see him and you want him. When this need isn't met, he doesn't just feel physically rejected, he can feel emotionally invisible. But when he feels truly desired, it validates his worth in the relationship and fuels both emotional and physical intimacy. This final need is the one that really shatters the myth. The third and arguably most crucial need is emotional safety. Society teaches boys from a young age to be strong, which often translates to hide your feelings. They learn that vulnerability can be seen as a weakness. Because of these specific societal pressures, many men have a desperate, unspoken craving for a place where they can be fully themselves without fear of judgment or ridicule. He needs to know he can share a fear without you losing confidence in him, or talk about a failure without you immediately trying to fix it. Often men connect not just through long talks, but through a quiet shared presence and the knowledge that they are accepted, flaws and all. When a man feels emotionally unsafe, he builds up walls. He might become distant, irritable, or channel his need for connection into one area that feels socially acceptable. the physical. But when you create a judgment-free zone, you're giving him a sanctuary. It's in that space of safety that a man will finally allow himself to be truly vulnerable. So, do men really only want one thing? The answer is a clear and resounding no. What men truly crave is a rich emotional life with their partner. Admiration that honors their identity, the feeling of being desired and actively chosen. And perhaps most of all, a safe harbor where they can finally put down their armor. Ultimately, this isn't about learning male psychology as much as about dropping the stereotypes and seeing the person in front of you. It's about recognizing that these are not just his needs. They are human needs, simply expressed through a different lens. In the end, aren't we all just looking for the one person who we can be completely, unapologetically human? Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 3 needs, admiration, feeling desired, or emotional safety, surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below, and let's continue being human together.